Look, if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that Toyota has earned its crown as the undisputed king of reliability. And I'm not going to lie to you, if you want a car that'll outlast your mortgage and never leave you stranded on the side of the highway, Toyota is still a solid bet. But here's the part that's going to make some people uncomfortable. Over the last few years, several brands haven't just caught up to Toyota, they've actually surpassed it in durability, build quality, and maintenance costs. And I'm not just making this up. The most respected reliability reports and millions of real-world owners are discovering that Toyota's throne isn't as secure as it used to be. So in this video, we're pulling back the curtain to show you the brands that are now matching or beating Toyota in reliability. The ones that have been flying under the radar but are building cars that last just as long, if not longer. So buckle up, because what I'm about to show you is something Toyota definitely doesn't want you to know. Welcome to Motor Riaig, where we tell you the truth about cars that everyone else is too scared to say. Let's dive in. Let's kick things off with a brand that's been quietly shutting down the doubters and standing toe-to-toe with Toyota without breaking a sweat. I'm talking about Subaru, the real Japanese tank. This is a brand that doesn't need to brag because its cars do all the talking. Seriously, when was the last time you saw a Subaru Forester or Crosstrek broken down on the side of the road? It just doesn't happen. And that's not a coincidence. Subaru is synonymous with toughness, reliability, and extreme durability. These are cars that can handle whatever you throw at them: snow, mud, destroyed roads, or scorching heat. Where most modern SUVs throw in the towel, Subaru is just getting warmed up. And get this year Subaru actually beat Toyota in reliability, according to the experts at Consumer Reports. Yeah, you heard that right. Subaru jumped over the Japanese giant, proving that Toyota isn't the only game in town anymore. So how did they do it? With simple, efficient engineering, real materials, and none of that unnecessary tech that breaks after the warranty expires. One of Subaru's biggest advantages, and what really sets it apart from the competition, is its legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive system that comes standard on most of its models like the Forester and the Outback. You know what that means? While other brands are selling you all-wheel drive as a luxury add-on that costs thousands extra, Subaru gives it to you right out of the factory. With Toyota, on the other hand, you have to shell out serious cash if you want all-wheel drive. And for a lot of buyers, that's already a strike against the so-called king of reliability. Plus, Subaru's engineering has proven time and time again that it's built to last. Their boxer engines, with horizontally opposed cylinders, reduce vibrations, improve stability, and lower the center of gravity. In simple terms, the car feels glued to the road. That doesn't just improve handling, it also boosts safety and reduces wear on components. Now compare that to a Toyota RAV4, and you might be disappointed. In Moose tests, the RAV4 tends to lean dangerously in sharp corners, something that doesn't happen with the Forester. The difference comes down to balance, stability, and mechanical design. And here's the best part. This reliability isn't just limited to SUVs. The Subaru Impreza, for example, has beaten the Toyota Corolla in several international rankings when it comes to fewer mechanical failures. And that's no small thing, because the Corolla was supposed to be untouchable, the best-selling sedan in the industry. But now Subaru is breaking those myths wide open. While everyone keeps repeating that Toyota is the most reliable, the data tells a different story. Today we're seeing that Subarus last longer, fail less, and cost less to maintain. So if you're still convinced that Toyota is untouchable, you're living in the past. Subaru has caught up and surpassed it in 2025. Now let's talk about another Japanese brand that's been doing things right for years, but lately has been teaching a masterclass in how to build reliable, well-thought-out cars. I'm talking about Mazda. This brand went from being known for making fun-to-drive cars to becoming one of the most reliable on the planet, even surpassing Toyota in several categories. And here's the thing, Mazda understood something that a lot of brands forgot. It's not about cramming cars full of unnecessary technology. It's about creating vehicles that work well, last long, and don't have you visiting the mechanic every other month. That's the real luxury, peace of mind. Today, Mazda is going head-to-head with Toyota in reliability, and it's succeeding thanks to a simple but brilliant philosophy. Instead of adding complex systems that fail over time, Mazda bets on traditional, precise, and reliable engineering. Simply put, what Mazda puts in a car works, period. And just to make it crystal clear, let's compare two SUVs that always go toe-to-toe, the Mazda CX-5 and the Toyota RAV4. Look, nobody's saying the RAV4 is bad, because it's not. But when you get behind the wheel of a CX-5, you immediately notice the difference. Mazda's SUV feels faster, more solid, and above all, more refined. The RAV4 might be functional, but the CX-5 delivers something Toyota lost a long time ago, and that's driving pleasure. The CX-5's interior quality is also on another level. Soft panels, real stitching, and a premium feel that many people confuse with European luxury cars. Meanwhile, Toyota keeps using hard plastics and textures that look like they're from a decade ago. And the worst part, they sell them for more money just because of the logo on the hood. Mazda, on the other hand, delivers on everything. Engines that last, transmissions that don't fail, suspensions that hold up, and a design that makes you fall in love. If you compare sedans where you've got the Mazda 3 and the Toyota Corolla, the difference is obvious. The Mazda feels modern, elegant, comfortable, and offers a much finer driving experience. And the numbers back this up. Consumer Reports and JD Power have placed Mazda among the top 3 most reliable brands in the world, even above Toyota and Lexus in some years. Their secret is balance. They launch cars that are well-made, unpretentious, and built with real Japanese engineering. And pay attention to this, because Mazda has also become a design benchmark. The brand applies its Kodo philosophy, the soul of motion, seeking complete harmony between driver and vehicle. It's something you feel, not something you just read about. Driving a Mazda is genuinely enjoyable. Today, Mazda hasn't just matched Toyota, it's surpassed it in many ways. Because while Toyota leans on its past reputation, Mazda has earned its prestige through real results and cars that fail less often. So yeah, Toyota is still a giant, but Mazda is breathing down its neck, and every year it gets closer to taking the crown as the most reliable brand in the world. Now we're entering legendary territory, because if there's one brand that can look Toyota straight in the eye without flinching, it's Honda. The eternal Japanese rival, the one that doesn't need massive ad campaigns or flashy marketing because its cars speak for themselves. Toyota and Honda are like two boxers who've been fighting for decades, round after round, neither one backing down. But if we're talking pure engineering, reliability, and performance, Honda has some very strong cards on the table. Both brands share a very Japanese philosophy. Build cars that last, don't cause problems, and won't bankrupt you in maintenance. But Honda has proven one thing that Toyota hasn't quite matched. Its engineering is bolder, more innovative, and more efficient. And here's the proof. While Toyota has stayed conservative with its engines, Honda bet on developing its VTEC technology, a variable valve timing system that optimizes performance without sacrificing fuel economy. The result? Engines that last decades feel alive, respond quickly, and use very little gas. This isn't hype or exaggeration. This technology helped Honda become one of the most reliable brands on the planet. And the best part is they did it without resorting to unnecessary electronic complications. It's pure Japanese engineering, well designed and built to last. Just look at the various generations of the Honda Civic. There isn't a single reliable car ranking where the Civic doesn't appear. It's practically mandatory, and that's not luck. Every generation has proven itself with solid mechanical construction and engines that easily surpass 300,000 miles. Its transmission, brakes, suspension, everything is built to last. And it's not just the Civic. The Accord, CR-V, and even the Fit are cars that keep running like new after years of use. Mechanics know it, owners confirm it, and studies back it up. In recent reports from Consumer Reports and RepairPal, Honda has ranked above Toyota in some reliability categories, especially when it comes to engine longevity and annual maintenance costs. And what's most impressive is that Honda has maintained its reputation without relying on outside partnerships, without copying others, without reinventing itself every year. Their secret is consistency, constant work without looking around at what everyone else is doing. The problem with a lot of brands today is they want to reinvent the wheel with every model, and in that process, they ruin what was already working. Honda doesn't do that. They improve what they already do well. That's why when people talk about cars that last a lifetime, a Honda model always comes up. And we're closing out this video with a brand that takes reliability to another level, but with class and elegance. I'm talking about Lexus, Toyota's luxury division, but one that has its own identity and a quality standard that even surpasses its parent company. Yeah, a lot of people think Lexus is just an expensive Toyota with a different badge, but they couldn't be more wrong. Lexus takes the best of Toyota, its reliability, durability, and efficiency, and combines it with more rigorous manufacturing processes and an obsessive focus on perfection. While Toyota focuses on the average consumer, Lexus aims higher. It competes directly with BMW, Audi, and Mercedes-Benz, and still makes them look bad when it comes to brand reliability. The reports make it clear, Lexus consistently beats Toyota in reliability rankings, both from Consumer Reports and JD Power. And it's not luck. Lexus has one of the strictest quality control processes in the world. Every engine, every panel, every stitch goes through inspections that other brands don't even bother with, and you can feel the results. In a Lexus, nothing rattles, nothing vibrates, nothing breaks. The electronics work, the engines are smooth and powerful, and the safety systems respond exactly as they should. No surprises, no weird noises at 10,000 miles, no screens freezing like in other so-called premium cars. Plus, Lexus offers what Toyota doesn't, a truly pleasurable driving experience. The suspension is calibrated to the millimeter to give you comfort without losing grip, and the engines are so refined you forget the car is even running. It's real luxury, but with the soul of Japanese engineering that we all respect. And yes, it costs more, but here the price directly translates into real quality and durability. Every penny you pay for a Lexus is justified. These are cars that can last 20 years without losing their appeal, and no European brand can say that with as much confidence. Even when they share platforms with some Toyotas, the processes are different. Lexus uses exclusive assemblies, more airbags, denser materials, and tighter tolerances. That's what gives it that extra something Toyota can't offer. So don't be fooled. Lexus isn't just a Toyota in an expensive suit. It's a brand that elevates Japanese reliability and quality to its highest expression. And that's why, if someone tells you there's nothing better than Toyota, show them this video. Because Subaru, Mazda, Honda, and Lexus have already proven that the reliability throne is more contested than ever. The days of Toyota being the only answer are over. These brands have stepped up and they're not backing down. So if you're thinking about buying a new car this year, don't settle for what everyone else tells you. Do your research, test drive these alternatives, and see for yourself. Because reliability isn't just about a name anymore. It's about engineering, consistency, and real-world results. And right now, these 4 brands are delivering all of that and more. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see which cars the experts at Consumer Reports rated as nearly perfect, check out our next video. You won't want to miss it.